Welcome back to another flight review. Hello guys and welcome back to a new flight review. Today I'll be flying on what is these days a fairly rare aircraft, the majestic Airbus A340-300 variant of Lufthansa. I'll be reviewing their service from Singapore Changi to Frankfurt on board one of the last few remaining A340s in active commercial service on flight LH779. Currently, I'm just about to land in Singapore on a flight from Perth, meaning I'll have a few hours to transit at the well-known Changi airport. Also, please consider subscribing as you'll get to see many more reviews like this in the near future. Now that we've landed, let's get on with the review. I start my journey to Frankfurt tonight at the Singapore Jewel, a famous attraction located within the grounds of Changi Airport after passing through customs. I highly recommend you to check it out if you have enough transit time in Singapore. Before long, I'm back in Terminal 3 awaiting boarding of tonight's special 4-engined jet. And here is tonight's special guest. Registered Delta Alpha India Foxtrot Charlie, this particular A340 is among the younger ones in Lufthansa's dying fleet, coming in at just 21 years old, older than myself in fact. Soon it was time to start the boarding process. Once on board, we were provided with a basic blanket and pillow left on each seat like so. These would do for the 13-hour flight, however Lufthansa isn't known for its amenities and comfort as much these days, despite claiming to be a top airline. With this fairly outdated cabin came a small entertainment screen, a standard extendable tray table, a cup holder, a coat hook, and a small seat pocket, as well as fairly limited recline functionality. With the safety video being played and the pushback starting, the flight was well and truly underway.
Schließen Sie jetzt Ihren Sicherheitsgurt und ziehen Sie ihn fest.
Soon enough, we made the long taxi to one of Changi Airport's runways for a long takeoff roll. With it being around midnight, it was too dark to film anything decent, unfortunately. Not long after takeoff, the cabin lights were turned on in order to prepare for a meal service. However, the crew were particularly slow at serving the dinner at a time when many passengers just wanted to sleep. In the past, I would have expected a prompt meal service from friendly crew, however that just wasn't today's experience. With no other food options to choose from, a dry pasta and mushroom meal was given out which came alongside a choice of drinks, dessert and an inedible salad. After a rather disappointing meal service, it was time to get some rest as we overflew India. With the sun rising over Eastern Europe, many passengers were waking up from a long sleep, looking forward to the breakfast service. However, the catering on this flight was very poor, and it got worse when we were rudely handed a cold and tasteless eggplant wrap with a bit of yogurt and a muesli bar. Not long after breakfast, we started our descent into Frankfurt airport, which you can see below. This therefore concludes today's 13-hour journey to Frankfurt. To sum up today's experience with Lufthansa, it was a fairly underwhelming and disappointing flight, lacking in crew service attitude and particularly in catering. Additionally, upon landing in Budapest, which was my final destination of this trip, my checked baggage didn't arrive and was lost by Lufthansa for over 3 weeks. I understand that airlines have been through a rough period with the pandemic, but charging high fares for a promise of a premium flying experience creates a certain level of expectation from a passenger's point of view. This high expectation is not met when you are flying with miserable crew, given poor quality catering, and not receiving your luggage for multiple weeks. On the other hand, flying on the rare A340 is a special treat for an aviation fan like myself. The aircraft was fairly comfortable, entertainment options were adequate, and the views were amazing as always. With that in mind, it's now time to land at one of Europe's busiest airports and the main hub of Lufthansa. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and by giving your feedback. There are plenty more videos just like this to come, so please consider subscribing to make sure you don't miss out.
Meine Damen und Herren, wir sind 15 Minuten vor unserer planmäßigen Zeit gelandet. Namens Lufthansa herzlich willkommen auf dem Frankfurter Flughafen. Bitte lassen Sie die Sitzgurte geschlossen bis